Welcome. Now, in this session, we will be looking at two different AI tools which can be used for data analysis. One is a combination of Gemini AI when used inside Google Sheet. Okay, the second is called Quadratic AI. Both these AI tools they are sheet based or the Excel sheet sheet based rather than having a traditional ChatGPT like interface. This both of these work within the Google Sheets or work within the tabular column where data is there. Okay, so we'll see Gemini plus Google Sheet first. So let me open a data. So you can see this is one small study has been conducted, and it is on association of gaming and the prevalence of gaming and mobile phone addiction. Okay, among college students. So it's a very simple data. You can see there are variables on gender, age, hours of social media usage per day, hours of sleep per day, hours of gaming per day, and addiction level. Okay, so there are 50 entries in total. So we will see how this can be analyzed using Gemini within Google Sheets. Okay. Now, if you are using the paid plan of Gemini, so within Google Sheets, so this is not Excel, this is Google Sheet. So within Google Sheet, at the top, you can see your profile picture. Right next to that, you will see the Ask Gemini or the Gemini AI button. Okay, so this is directly accessible within Google Sheets. In case you are not having paid Gemini, that time you won't be getting access to this feature. But instead of that, you can just simply attach that Excel sheet, but to Gemini, and you will be able to do the same. But again, the problem is in the free version of Gemini, it won't allow you to attach Excel sheet, so you can save the file as a PDF. Sorry, this is if this is a case, you can directly download as a PDF. Okay, if it's an Excel sheet, there is an option of save as PDF. So this PDF can be attached and it can be analyzed exactly like that of a normal Excel file. Okay, so we will, in case you are having a paid version of Gemini, automatically Gemini will integrate into your Google Sheet and it will be available like this. Okay, on clicking on that, one small sidebar will appear on the right side like this, and you can ask different questions. Okay, regarding analysis. So let's see what we can do initially. So we can see there is this is addiction level, different percentages are there. So let me ask it to create a pie chart. Okay, using the addiction level percentages. I'll just run this. Let me select one column. So what will happen is it will go through the addiction level and instantly it creates a pie chart like this. Okay, click on insert and you can see it has been inserted into a new sheet. Okay, so here is the sheet. This is completely movable and the content here is completely editable. Like you can put whatever that you need in the title. If you want to delete the title altogether, you can do that. Then these values are also editable. Okay, and further modification can be done here. Okay, color can be changed here. Okay, like that you can do all the modifications. And pie chart can be changed to any design. Okay, so like it's rather than having a like a image based visualization ChatGPT or Gemini, this one is more like a statistical one which is similar to that of our Excel. Okay, so line diagram, whatever be the design, you can change, you can decide the design and it will be making use of the same feature. And custom style, you can, let's see, it can be in 3D, can be in maximum size. Okay, then a pie chart if you want some extra thing. So if you want a donut hole, it will become a donut. Like that, we can put whatever design that we prefer. Okay, here we can put the chart title and that will appear. Okay, here you can see the chart title. Okay, like that you will be able to like do the modification for the pie chart or the donut. So, okay, so visualization is so easy in this manner. Now we will see the other features. Again, click on the this particular button. So let's create a pivot table. Okay, so I will give a prompt here. So this is comparatively easier when compared to Julius AI, right? In Julius AI, we have to have a clear-cut idea on the various factors and then we will be doing it. So here I will put like create a pivot table for the average hours on social media and the gaming by gender with percentages. So I'll run this and instantly it will come up with a beautiful pivot table. Presently, Gemini make use of Python for doing it. So most of the minor analysis and minor visualization will be accurate. But if it's a complex visualization or complex analysis, you have to get a second opinion. Here it has created a pivot table. Here you can see male and female average hours of usage of social media usage on one column and average hours of gaming on another column. Okay. So we got a pivot table. So most of these are created on separate sheets like this. Now we'll see whether we can find a normality. So let me check the normality of the data. Check the normality of all variables. So we got multiple variables here, right? So we are asking it to check for normality using the standard tests. So here you can see this is doing so many steps. So you can see this is doing the Shapiro's test. Okay, Shapiro will test for doing the normality. Now it came up with a data like this. So let me insert it here. Here you can see age, hours in social media, hours, use of social media hours, sleeping hours and gaming hours. All of them are less than 0.05, so they are not normally distributed. Okay, so we got the normality of the data. Okay, then what I will do is I will ask it regarding what all tests are suggested for finding the association between addiction level and other variables. Okay. So now it clearly knows a normality. It's the same strategy that we have tried in Julius AI. So in Julius AI, we came up with an analysis plan, but this time it is coming up with something different. Okay. So let's insert it here. So it's telling like addiction level versus age is Kruskal-Wallis. Oh, suggesting Kruskal-Wallis in all the scenario. Okay. Okay. Fine. So we will tell like, okay, you got the different types of testing to be done, right? So in that case, proceed with the about test and show the results as a consolidated table. We could have asked for a 2 to 3 line explanation also that we can give in the follow-up chat. So basically, it will help you to do the analysis in an easiest manner compared to that of Julius. Okay. But Julius complexity is not there. That's the main issue. It's like Julius has an ability to create excellent visualizations, but that feature is not presently not there. Great. We're getting some issues. Okay, so I said to proceed with the existing study. Now, what is happening is like when I started doing the test earlier, instead of this sheet one, I was selecting sheet two. Okay, and sheet two doesn't have the data, so it was showing me some errors. Just telling like you need to have access um, uh, to various like I need the original raw data set that includes all the individual data points for the following columns. So they were missing because I was selecting this table, this particular sheet. Then I switched back to the original one and message it to proceed, okay, and to use this data. So based on that, it created an excellent table with the various analysis. Okay, so let me insert that. So you can see it has done chi-square test and 4 Kruskal-Wallis tests on various aspects. And this is a statistical analysis and interpretation. Okay, so give me a 4 to 5 sentence explanation. for the above analysis. So basically, it will give you an elaborate explanation for all the test that is being done. So you can see analysis used are non-parametric, and this is various variables that has been used. These findings suggest a strong association, meaning the median hours spent on these activities differ significantly, right? Then we will see whether we can do any advanced visualization. What tool advanced visualizations are possible for this data? So this one help you to find the answers in a fast manner, right? So that's a very nice thing. We'll also see whether it can detect duplicates. So I'll load a newer file and see whether it can detect no duplicates also. So we asked for the different advanced analysis. Okay, so it is telling like advanced visualization, distribution plots like violin plots, layered box plots, multivariable comparison, grouped heat maps, interactive bubble chart, normalized dark bar, etc. can be created. So let's see whether we can create an violin plot. Create a violin plot as mentioned above. Now, thing is like Gemini is not advanced enough to create a violin plot usually. So let's see whether it will be able to do this, sorry, do it this time. Otherwise, it will tell you an error telling like complex visualization like violin plot doesn't is not supported right now. So we'll see how this is coming up. Okay, so it's generating one, but I'm not happy with that particular violin plot. Okay, so this is the violin plot, but the structure is a bit weird. Distribution of hours spent across addiction levels. So that's the Byron plot. So this, what about a correlation heat map? So let's see whether it can create a correlation heat map also. Okay, it came up with a correlation heat map, but it looks too crowded, right? So other than that, it's fine. Okay, let's see whether it can modify it. Reduce the font size in the above correlation heat map. So let's see whether we will be able to modify the visual so that it will be better with a smaller font size. And it has given some key observations from heat map. Very positive correlation between hours sleep and social media and gaming hours. Strong negative correlation between total social media hours and hours of sleep. Gaming hours and hours sleep. So that difference is still there. Okay, it slightly reduced the font size. Maybe we can tell it the specific font size to be followed, and it will create a beautiful correlation map in this way. Okay, so that's regarding Gemini, which is available inside our Google Sheet like this. So please do make use of it. Okay. Now we'll move on to the second tool that is called Quadratic AI. Now, Quadratic is almost similar to that of this Gemini plus our Google Sheet combo. But there are some slight differences, and comparatively, I feel like Gemini one is more superior than Quadratic because Quadratic is a new company. It doesn't have that much AI experience, and also I feel like sometimes it is sluggish. Sometimes the results may not come as expected. So we'll have a hands-on on Quadratic, and let's see. So This is the homepage of Quadratic. So we'll share the link of Quadratic with you. So on logging in, you will be taken to a page like this. It will show all the files that you have analyzed previously. And there is a very less number of options available on the sidebar. Okay. And to start with the file, we can either start with AI or we can import a new file. Okay. So I already have that mobile phone addiction that of among college student, that file with me. So let me load that particular file. So compared to Google Sheet, again, Quadratic takes some extra time to load the file. This I have noticed multiple times. So this is the view of Quadratic. So in the Gemini one, you had the chat area on this right side, right? So in Quadratic, it's on the left side. And just like Gemini, it shows the preview of the file of the not preview. It shows the entire data on the left side like this, on the right side like this, and we can add all the questions here. Okay. Okay, so now enhance form prompt and all. Okay, all right. So let's try one. So initially we will try a pie chart. Okay, so this was the same prompt that we are used in Gemini so that we can have a comparison. Now in Quadratic, one thing you should keep in mind is you should select somewhere, you should select a cell like this so that the answer will be appearing there. Okay, so you should be don't forget that if you select this, it can appear in that area. So always select one empty cell. So the prompt is visualize a pie chart regarding the addiction level percentages. So there is an option for enhancing. So let me see how well it's enhancing. So it is okay. Task analyze addiction level columns in the data located in sheet 1, range A1 to F51. A1 A1 to F51. Okay. To calculate the percentage of each addiction level, generate a pie chart visualizing the calculated addiction level percentages. The pie chart should be placed in an empty cell on sheet 1. Okay. So this is a bit more cool, right? So compared to my very primitive prompt that I used in Gemini, this is now creating an excellent prompt. Okay, so that's a nice thing. Now you can see it has selected that empty cell that I have selected, and it is generating the pie chart there. Okay. Okay, so initially it created one. I have analyzed the addiction level in column 1, calculate the percentage. So initially it created the percentages. Then, okay, but I asked it to create a pie chart, right? But where is the pie chart? Okay, pie chart is missing, but it has done so many other things. Okay. Uh, I have also created a pie chart visualizing these percentages at cell H5 on sheet 1. Where is H5? This is H5, right? Okay, so thing is like this is the issue that I noticed with Quadratic even in my previous trial. So even if I tell something to be done, it maybe do something else. Okay, so in this case, you can see I specifically mentioned it to generate a pie chart visualizing this thing. So it created a table for creating the pie chart, but it failed to do the visualization. Okay, so it is telling me it has been visualized in this particular column, a particular cell area, but we can see it's only the table and the visualization is not there. Okay, so if I try the same prompt in Gemini, it will do it in a very nice way. So let me copy this. Let me just simultaneously open in my sheets. Okay, so this was our sheets, right? So let me delete all the previous ones so that we won't get confused. Okay, this also I'll delete. Okay. Now if I open Gemini, this is Google Sheets only, and put the same prompt, it will do a very nice job, right? It will create a beautiful pie chart. So I think Quadratic has a long way to go to become a very perfect AI analysis tool. Now you can see it created a perfect this thing. So you can see Gemini was instantly able to create an excellent pie chart. On the other hand, on the other hand, this failed to do it in a proper way. Okay. Now we will try one more in the follow-up area. So let me see whether it can do something else. So let me see. Let us check the association. Okay. So the prompt is like this: find the association between gender and addiction levels using the appropriate test based on normality, include a 3-line interpretation tool. Okay, let's enhance this. Okay, so it has automatically expanded into a larger one. Analyze the association between gender, that is column A, addiction level, column F, from the data sheet in data in sheet 1. Perform a chi-square test of independence as both variables are categorical. Create one is output the results of the chi-square test, including the test statistics, p-value, and degree of freedom. Provide a 3-line interpretation of the test result explaining the association or lack thereof between gender and addiction level. Place the output of the analysis and interpretation in an empty area on sheet 1. For example, starting at H11. So presently I might have selection in H11. Okay. So let's run this. I'm happy with the way that it is magically enhancing the prompt, but I'm really unhappy the way it is like creating the output, because in our previous attempt, it came in a very bad way. All right. So it created a chi-square test. I'm waiting for the interpretation. There is something still happening there. Okay, so it created the analysis, but interpretation. Okay, so I think the interpretation is missing. Okay, it's inside this. Okay, so so it is like it created the chi-square value. The p-value is there. Degree of freedom is there. Interpretation is just a nonsense interpretation, right? In our interpretation Gemini, we wanted when we tried, it was a like a proper write-up, right? Here it was like just telling me whether p-value is less than 0.5, then it will reject. More than 0.5, it will fail. That already all of us know, right? But we actually want an explanation, right? So let's see. Let's copy this and try this in Gemini. So let's see how Gemini is doing. Okay. So where exactly is our sheet? Okay. So let me delete this. Okay. Going to Gemini and trying this out. So hopefully Gemini will be able to sort it out in a proper way, do the proper chi-square test with the proper interpretation so that we can insert in our results. Okay, so it's finding the chi-square value. I can see that chi-square value is like it's coming accurately in both the cases. It is 1.2 and p-value 0.54. 1.2, 0.54. Okay, the value is accurate. So it's giving me a proper interpretation. Based on chi-square test, we failed to reject the null hypothesis at 0.05 significant level. This indicates that there is no statistically significant association between gender and addiction. The distribution of addiction level is independent of the responder's gender. Okay, so that's a proper interpretation, right? But this is not a proper interpretation. This is like just a some hints on whether we should take it or not, right? So again, in my opinion, that also is a big failure. Now we'll try whether it can do a correlation matrix, because when we tried the correlation matrix in Gemini, it was a disaster, right? It had very large fonts and there was overcrowding and so on, right? So we'll see. Correlation matrix for hours of social media. So I'll put the prompt here and let's enhance this. So hopefully, okay, so it created an extended prompt. Calculate the correlation matrix for the columns, then columns are given. For the data in the range, create a Python code table containing the calculated correlation matrix. Place this table starting at cell. A Python code cell that generates a heat map visualizing the right correlation matrix. Not two separate code cells which will be required, one for the correlation matrix and one for the heat map, and only one output can be returned per code per cell. Okay. Let's see what exactly happens. Okay, so it's created a correlation matrix here. Then it's creating a proper heat map. Okay, now we are talking. Okay, so it's created a correlation heat map like this. Okay, so I think this is good. So let me test it out in the Gemini one also. No, we'll go for the enhanced version, right? So that then only it will be a good comparison. Okay. I don't know whether the modification made by this quadratic will be compatible with Gemini, because Gemini works as slightly different, but let's see. So it's created the this thing, okay, and hopefully it can create it created a proper correlation matrix. Now we got proper comparison. Okay, so let me insert it. Okay, so this looks cool. Okay, so between the two, I feel like Gemini one is better, right? This is also fine, but based on the values mentioned within each correlation, for the correlation values and all, this one looks better. Gemini's one is better. So overall, I feel like Gemini is more superior than quadratic. Okay. So now in the free plan of quadratic, they allow only 5 users per month, which is really bad, right? And they are telling like if you are a researcher, you can have unlimited usage. Okay. But the sad part is that wording is really complex. It's like the monthly limit applies, but you have a free plan. So I don't know what that really means. Like you have an unlimited free plan, but monthly limits apply. So monthly limit is 5 usages per month. So if that particular limit is applied, then what's the point of having a completely free, absolutely free plan? So that's also really confusing. So let me show you. So this is aligning. So this is a quadratic education plan is 100% free for students, teachers, and researchers. Education plan provides access to unlimited sheets, codes, teammates, and connections in quadratic. Only limitation on the education plan is AI. Education users are subject to the same prompt limitation as the free tier. So free tier limit is only 5 per month, right? So basically, how we use quadratic is mainly for its AI analysis. And if they are applying the same limitation of 5 users per month for the this particular education plan, then what's the point of having a free 100%, having to make it call like 100% free, right? So, and they are telling like even in the under the education plan, you can subscribe to a pro plan for more prompts each month. So basically, this is completely useless, right? So we got two more usages left. We can see the number of usages left here. So let's try some more. Let's ask it to, what about the violin plots? About okay. We will ask whether we can do some visualizations. Okay, so let's see. So in this area, we can put like what all visualizations. We'll ask like what all advanced visualizations are possible. Sessions are possible for this data. Okay. That So let's see whether it's excelling at doing some interesting visualization. Okay, so it's coming up with the clustered bar chart, box plot, scatter plot, violin plot, stacked area chart, parallel coordinate, heat map, bubble chart, time series analysis, logistic regression or classification of boundary visualization. Okay, so many interesting things are there. So let's, I have only one this thing left. So we'll go for a violin plot. Okay, so last time I'm not that happy with the violin plot that was created with the Gemini. So maybe this one can do a better job. Okay. So we'll go for create a violin plot. Violin plots. So let's take it a plural way to show distribution shape of addition level. So let's enhance this. Okay, so we got an excellent prompt here. Task is analyze the distribution shape of hours, social media, hours sleep, and hours gaming. Using this data, generate 3 separate violin plots. Each plot should show the distribution of one activity across different addiction level categories. Ensure the plot clearly visualize the distribution shape, including median, quartiles, and density for each activity. Okay, so this looks cool. So let me copy this so that we can try in Gemini also. Okay, so the selection is here. Okay, now selection is here. So let's see whether it can do the violin plot. So it is telling like it has created 3 different violin plots, but I cannot see the output anywhere. Okay, so I think violin plot is a big failure. There is no proper violin plot anywhere. The plots are displayed starting at G20. So this is G20. So violin plots, something is happening there, but violin plots are missing. Okay, so violin plots is a failure. So let's try it out in Gemini. So let's open Gemini, it in Google Sheets and give the same prompt. So let's see whether Gemini can do it in a proper way. So overall, you understood like Quadratic is almost like it's a startup company which is claiming like this is super excellent with data analysis. They're telling promoting themselves as an alternative for Julius AI. But compared to Julius, you now know, understood the difference, right? When we are trying to do this, most of the time the values will be like most of the visualizations will be missing, or some the interpretations are bad. So and they have a very limited monthly usage. Like even if Julius is giving you 15 users, but this is giving only 5. Okay, so we are getting some interesting violin plots. I'm not sure whether these are creating box plots. Okay, and they don't look like a violin plot. So again, Gemini also got an issue. It's like we told Gemini to create violin plots, but it came up with box plots. Okay. So the requested violin plots are not supported in the current environment. Oh, okay. So I think Gemini is not supporting violin plots. So it's creating only box plots. Okay. So what about just going to Julius and trying it out? So let's see whether Julius can do this. Now it's almost feeling like Julius is a boss in data analysis now, because it has got so many type of uh, visualizations possible. So I have taken no, this is a different data, right? So we'll attach our own data and just give it a try with Julius, whether Julius can do this in a proper way. So let me attach our this particular data sheet to Julius. Okay, so Julius, the file is getting attached. I have attached activated the advanced reasoning as well as the memory option. So Julius is analyzing my data for the preliminary details. It's showing me a preview. Okay, file has been loaded. So let me put the same prompt. Analyze the distribution shape of this thing. Okay, create this and ensure the plot. Okay, I'll also add like give me a 3 to 4 line explanation for each plot, which can be added into the results section, right? Into the results section of my study. So let's see how's the boss is doing. Oh, this is also automatically changed to R. Okay, so previously we switched to R, so it's in the R mode. So hopefully the visualization will be excellent. So presently in our test, Quadratic failed terribly. Gemini also failed because instead of violin, it's telling like it cannot create violin, so it went for the box plot. Now, these violin plots are not our standard visualization. These are all advanced visualization, which can improve the quality of your results. Okay, but we are just testing out these advanced visualization just to see how, we are trying to stretch the capabilities of this AI tool to know more about them, like how well they will be able to do this. Okay. So you can see Julius is still holding the dominant position in analysis. It was able to create beautiful violin plots. These things looks really excellent. Okay. So this is the first violin plot on distribution social media usage hours by addiction level. This is on sleep hours by addiction level, and distribution of gaming hours by addiction level. So three, just like we instructed, it created 3 beautiful violin plots. Then we asked for an explanation. So it created the explanations. Let me read one of them. Violin plot of social media use shows a clear upward shift in median hours from the low to high addiction groups, with the high group spending the most time on social media. The distribution for moderate to high addiction levels are more spread out, indicating greater variability in daily social media use. In contrast, the low addiction group is more tightly clustered at lower usage levels. Overall, higher addiction levels are associated with both higher typical use and a wider range of social media engagement. And you can understand like this particular line is fit to be added into the result section with some slight modification, right? So compared to the explanation that we obtained in Quadratic, like this, or the explanations that we obtained in Gemini, like this. Okay, compared to this, explanations in Julius is also excellent, right? So it's almost in that academic tone, in the same way we put in the result section, right? So I'm really happy with the way how Julius is performing, but I'm not that happy with, not at all happy with Quadratic, and somewhat happy with Gemini. Okay, so that's my review on the three main AI analysis tools out there. So let me show a quick comparison. Okay. So this will be a quick comparison. So for Julius AI, it is very powerful. Out of all the AI analysis tool out there, Julius is the best one out there. It can do complex tests and figures, as you have just witnessed. It can do complex visualization like these violin plots and all those. Free plan is not that great. Why I said not that great? Because it allows only 15 usages per month, and that advanced reasoning option is not possible in the free plan. You can see here I'm activating the advanced reasoning. So that's one of the reason why I'm getting excellent answers every time. Recently, I conducted one online workshop specifically for data analysis. So it had around 450 participants. So all of us tried same prompt simultaneously. So most of the participants, they were using Julius AI for the first time, and they were having the free plan. So when they tried out the same results without reasoning, and I was doing the one with, I had the paid plan. So I was doing the same thing with the advanced reasoning turned on. And when we tried out the same set of data sets and with same prompts, I was getting excellent results, whereas those participants with the free plan, they were not getting that high quality results. So they were responding me back in the comments telling like there's a high difference in quality with their version and my version. So I understood like advanced reasoning is the main main culprit behind that difference in quality. So in free plan, we don't have access to that. So obviously it can affect the quality. Now, cost-wise, it's expensive, right? It's our Gemini, ChatGPT, and all. Their cost is around $20 per month, but Julius will cost $35 per month. But one good thing is like it has that academic discount, so you can definitely ask for that, and it can be reduced to $17 per month. Then difficulty level compared to others, it has a slightly higher difficulty level, right? It has some ready-made templates, but the sad part is we have to find the normality, and we need to make Julius understand the data, understand the normality, and tell you the exact types of analysis needed, test to be chosen, and the visualization to be chosen automatically, right? The templates or the notebooks are useful only if you have a clear idea regarding the statistics to be performed. Then you can directly go to the respective template. For example, you know that this particular objective requires regression analysis, so you can go for the regression template and try it out. But sadly, you need a very strong understanding of statistics, which is mostly it's very tough to master, right? And statistics is a very tough subject. So obviously that other approach that I showed, like going into the chat mode, and then in multiple steps we will be like making Julius do everything for us. So that's a better approach. So you need a bit more like expertise. Like you need to like it has a higher learning curve. That will be the better word. It has a higher learning curve compared to Gemini AI or in Sheets or in Quadratic AI, because that both of them, they have a direct like visual output in which you can directly chat. So that feature is not there in Julius. Okay, coming to Gemini AI in Sheet, it has less powerful visualization than Julius, but decent results. So advanced visualizations are not that possible. Among the three, Gemini AI is the easiest to learn and master. Cost is in the middle range, that is $20. Like you need to go for the paid plan of Gemini to access it. Difficulty level is very easy, right? Quadratic AI, easy and user friendly, just similar to Gemini AI, but cannot do advanced visualization. Sometimes it won't do visualization at all. Sometimes like it won't follow our instruction in a proper way. But only one good thing is like it can enhance our prompt. It can make our prompts looks better. Like even if our crude prompts will be put into a step by step this thing automatically. Then cost wise, it's again I forgot to show you the cost, right? So this is a cost of Quadratic. It's again just like Gemini. It's $20 per month. It allows unlimited usage, not unlimited. I think 20 times higher AI limit. So that will be 5 usages per month. So it will be 20 times means 50 to 100. So maximum it allows that many. I think in the paid version of Julius, it allows 250 usages per month. Okay, so that's a bit more generous one. Okay, then comes the difficulty level. Difficulty is easy. They are telling like it's free for students, faculty, and researchers. But again, the monthly AI usage limit applies. So that free plan is just a gimmick. gimmick in my opinion. Okay, so that's Quadratic. Now you should be also knowing regarding the privacy policy of all these three AI tools. Privacy policy means you will be attaching your valuable data sheet to all these AI tools, right? So you should be like having a concern what happens to my data after analysis, whether it will be auto deleted and all. So they have a clear policy regarding that. In Julius AI, the uploaded files are auto deleted after 7 days. So you can rest assured like your data is safe. Data is not used for model training. So they have clearly mentioned that in their privacy statement. Coming to Gemini AI and Sheets, all the files and messages are private within your Google Sheet. So they have no access to that. Just like you use Google Drive or you use Gmail, you will be attaching so many files and you are sending to the user, right? And you will be storing so many files in Google Sheets, right? So just like that, whatever you attach into your Google Sheet, that will be used for analysis. So the data is not used for model training, and there is no need to delete the data. So this is just like storing in Google Drive, so the data is safe. Okay, and data is not used for model training. Coming to Quadratic, I'm not a big fan of their privacy policy. So they are telling like files will be kept for 72 months. So that's a very huge period, right? And they are not clearly mentioning whether the data will be used for model training. So overall, the privacy policy of Quadratic is a bit sketchy compared to other two. Okay. So overall, my final review is out of the various AI tool, there is one more analysis tool called Formula Bot also, which is it's a like a hybrid version of Julius plus Quadratic. It's also good, but my personal favorite is definitely Julius, because Julius has got all the features that you're looking for as a medical researcher. It allows you to use R even without learning R. Within the AI part, it automatically understands the data, automatically understands the normality, will automatically tell you the test to be done. Then that accuracy wise, it is super accurate. The answers that you obtain is comparable to the answers that you obtain from SPSS or Jamovi or RStudio. Then it automatically writes interpretations for you. Data is automatically edited within 7 days. Data is not used for model training. It is super affordable because after applying the researcher discount. So overall, we have a clear winner, right? So I definitely recommend Julius AI compared to others. Okay, so that's my take on this. So thank you once again for your patient listening. We will see you again soon in the next module.